Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing a video that I've been promising you guys for quite some time, and that is testing out TJ Maxx makeup. Now this is makeup that I did receive in my most recent TJ Maxx haul, which I will link that video down below for you guys. I did do a separate video on one of the eyeshadow palettes, which was the Cargo palette, because I had some issues with a previous one that I tried, so I wanted to try that all by its lonesome. I was actually really impressed, so if you want to see that video, I will also link it down below since that was included in my haul. But today, all I have on my face right now is just some primer and foundation, because I do have some face products to try, some eye products to try, some lips, things like that, all tested out on this video for you guys. So if that's something you want to watch, then keep watching. Also, before I get into the video, make sure you subscribe. I have this video, I'm testing out some new things. I have some more unboxings coming up, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any of that great stuff. But let's go ahead and get into the makeup. Okay, so as I said, I already have foundation on. For that, I used the Revlon Insta Filter foundation mixed with my Smashbox Photo Finish primer. And then I did just do real quick brows, nothing fancy. I just wanted to add a little bit of color and definition to them to fill them out. But we're going to move on to concealer. That's the first thing I'm going to show you guys. And that is the Makeup Revolution Cover and Conceal palette right here. So this is the outside box. Now, I don't have on here what I paid for it, but I did find it there in TJ Maxx. And this was in the light shade because, well, obviously, I'm still super pale. So you do get 8 different shades, which is crazy that you have 8 different options for that. So I'm going to go in starting out with my kabuki brush here. And I'm still really fair, so I'm actually going to go in with the lightest shade, which was this one right here, and I'm going to apply that to my under eye with my kabuki brush here, because I hate using traditional. Ooh, that might be too light. Okay, so I'm actually going to go in with this one right here because that one is too light, but I hate using traditional concealer brushes. For me, they come out streaky, they don't apply well, so I don't like them, to be perfectly honest. So I'm just going to go in with a damp beauty sponge here with that other shade, not the super duper light one, and blend it out. I'm also not a super big fan of cream concealers just because sometimes they can be a little bit hard to blend out, hard to use. This one is blending nicely and it has decent coverage. I wouldn't say it's crazy full coverage. And I am having to go in and kind of not only pat it in, but a little bit smear it out a bit. So I am noticing it definitely did brighten, obviously, and highlight my face a little bit too much. Also, it is a little dry on my nose, but to be fair, I might have gotten a little sunburn this weekend. My nose might be peeling a little bit despite the masks I put on. So that I'm not worried about. But overall, it is actually blending nice for a cream concealer. But what I'm a little nervous about is I'm already seeing a little bit of creasing. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly go in with my powder. Now this I did not get TJ Maxx. I've had this, but I'm going to put on some Airspun powder. So I'm going to hop off camera, kind of put that under my eyes to keep it from creasing, and then we'll move. Okay, so while I sit here and bake, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to my eyes. Now I did already prime them off camera, but for shadow, I'm gonna be using the Stila Eyes Are the Window Shadow palette. Now they have several different ones of these out here. This one, I don't believe you can actually buy online anymore, but I did, again, obviously find it at TJ Maxx, and I only purchased it for $7.99. And this one is the body version. So here's the packaging. A little pamphlet fell out there. Super cute outside. Does have a nice mirror in here, and then these are the shades. So they're a little bit more cool tone than what I typically wear, but they're very pretty, very nice for the spring, summertime. I'm noticing that there's not really a matte in here, so for transition shades, so we're just gonna kind of roll with it and see what we come up with. It'll be a little bit of a shimmery look. That's okay. So I'm gonna start out with going into this shade right here, which is called Rose Quartz, and I'm just gonna dust that all over my lid to set that concealer. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a shimmery look. Then I'm gonna go in with Topaz right here, and I'm going to put that in my crease. Okay, so they're pretty pigmented except for the fact that they are just, what you get is pigmented, but they're a little sheer, so you have to really kind of build it up to get like a full coverage kind of impact, if that makes any sense at all. So I'm gonna go in to add a little bit more depth. I'm gonna then go in with Garnet right here, which is this really pretty kind of shimmery plum color, and I'm gonna put that on the outer part of my crease. And I'm just bringing it down a little bit further. And then I'm gonna go in with Sapphire right here. If you haven't guessed, these are all jewel tones. These are all jewel tones. And I'm going to put that on the outer part of my V, and then bring that a little bit more in. I'm trying to go a little bit out of my comfort zone because I don't normally play with like blues and purples. So let's just play around while we have this pretty palette, huh? Then before I move on to the next one, I'm gonna go in with Aquamarine, this really pretty light blue shade. And with a wet brush, put that right next to it. Next one is not as pigmented. Okay, so that Aquamarine shade was definitely not as pigmented as every other shade that I found. I had to go in with my finger and like really kind of swipe on it several times to get even just this much pigmentation, so that's really disappointing, but all the others so far have been nice. So I mean, one shade, that's not that bad. Then to finish up that eye, I'm gonna go in with Pink Diamond, which is this pretty little baby pink shade, and put that on the inner corner, connecting that with the Aquamarine. Yeah, see, that one's stunning. It was just the Aquamarine. And I'm just gonna try to blend those two together. Okay, so I'm just kind of like eliminating that color because I really don't like the way it performed. So I'm just kind of taking the Pink Diamond over the Aquamarine and kind of slowly blending it back into the Sapphire, and bringing the Sapphire back over into it to just kind of cancel out that Aquamarine color. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop off camera, do the other eye, and then I'll be right back to move on. The only other thing I'm gonna do is go in with Moonstone right here, which is this really pretty shimmery kind of white shade, and use that to highlight my brow bone and the inner corner of my eyes. Okay, so overall, I actually really like this palette. Every color I tried, with the exception of the one, blended beautifully, was actually really fairly pigmented for it being very shimmery shades. And for an all shimmer palette, I'm not unhappy with the way that the eyeshadow came out. Again, blended really pretty. Yeah, I really like that Pink Diamond shade. That one's probably my favorite, but overall, not too bad, just the one shade I didn't like. So I'm gonna go ahead and dust away my bake here, and then I'll be back for the next item. Okay, I also went ahead and lined my eyes, and for mascara, I have the Smashbox X-Rated mascara. I got this on one of my recent ones, to be perfectly honest. It was still in my box, like I hadn't tried it, but I don't know if it was my most recent one, but since it came from TJ Maxx, we're gonna use it anyway. I will say that the applicator is like super big. For my face, I'm gonna be using the Lorac California Dreaming palette. This says up here it's a $30 value, $30 value, and I paid $14.99 for this. Now I know that I have since seen some beauty gurus a while ago talk about this who weren't like super big fans, but I love Lorac and it was pretty packaging and I want to try it anyway. So this is what it looks like, and you get a couple different brown shades, a blush, and then a highlighter. So I'm just going to take my Real Techniques brush here and go in with Ray right here, and actually I'm going to go in the gold now. I mean, we got a shimmer eye, why not? I'm gonna use that to bronze, and I think I just got like way too much. Okay, light strokes, because that was way too much. So we're gonna share the love. This shade's a little bit pinky on me, but it's not bad. It's blending okay for me too, so. Also, don't mind the acne on my face. Gotta love weather changes. And hormonal changes. You know, I know again that some people really don't like this one, but for me, I like it. It blended nicely. It just added a nice little glow to my skin. It doesn't look bad. It's a little bit almost too warm and kind of pinky orange for me at this point in time, but I am also like ghostly pale. But it's not bad. I don't mind it. I'm gonna then use the blush right here called Wavelength. It's pretty. It's light, but it's just a nice little touch of pink. And then I'm gonna go in with the highlight, which is called Sunlight. Okay. It's not quite as blending as I'd like, so I'm just actually gonna wet my brush here and see if that helps. That's better. Yeah, that's a little better. So I decided to go ahead and, you know, line my waterline as well while we're at it, a little extra pop here. So for the last touch, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to lips, and this isn't really like new for me, but I'm gonna be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Lip in Naked. This is such a pretty shade. It's just a really pretty light nude color, and because I do have a little bit bolder of eyes and I do have the lightness on the inside, I want to use this color to kind of bring it out. I will also say I did find a few other colors there, so they have quite a bit of this there. So if you like this formula like me, I am obsessed with this formula. Go there. Great options. Okay guys, so this is the final look using makeup that I bought from TJ Maxx. Overall, I'm actually really happy with the way that the makeup turned out. I like most of the things that I got. I actually really liked the face palette, even if it was slightly off. And with the highlighter, just add a little water, you're fine. The eyeshadow palette I actually really liked. Again, just the one shade didn't work out for me, but overall very nice. The mascara was great. The one I probably liked the least was the concealer, and I can't really blame Makeup Revolution for that. I mostly am just because that's just not my normal favorite type of concealer. It's not really what I normally use. But yeah, love the lips, love that formula, love the eyeshadow palette. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section if you've tried any of these things, if you've got great makeup down at TJ Maxx or Marshall's, Home Goods, Burlington Coat Factory, any of those type places. Let me know down in the comments section. Again, make sure you subscribe before you go. I have some more unboxings coming for you guys, more makeup to try out for you guys. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on that. But yeah, until I can get more of those videos out for you guys, as always, I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.